We're just south of Biggar in the Southern Upland Accretionary sequence. So most of the hills around me are made of deep sea sediments. So we have things like slates and shales, red cherts, and both of those were deposited a long way from land with very little sedimentary input. We've also got things like upper crustal oceanic rocks, so basalts, pillow basalts, and just behind me, a few hundred metres behind me, there's a nice example of pillow basalts. But here, in this exposure, this is actually very, very fossiliferous, so not a deep sea sediment at all. And we find fossils of corals, bryozoans, trilobites, brachiopods, gastropods, and a whole range of shallow things that, so corals, for instance, they were living in the photic zone, a maximum of a few tens of metres water depth. So how do you get this assemblage, which is living very close to the shore, very shallow sea, in this accretionary prism that was forming in essentially the trench, the ocean trench of a subduction zone, a kilometre's depth? And we think what happened was that the sediments that contain these fossils, these shallow fossils, they all slid down in a submarine landslide deposit, and the whole of the sediment was brought down as a big raft. And so along here, for a few hundred metres, you get this sediment, which is very, very rich in fossils and represents stuff that was up on the shelf above the subduction zone.